Hello and welcome back to Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2 and my playthrough thereof. So in the last episode, we gained control of T3 and 4 to help our player character get off the administration level. We are down here in the hangar 25. The lesser known follow-up to Megadeth's Hangar 18. Anyway, we just got this door open, hangar goes in there, we gotta find a power conduit to install into the computer and open that door. As we have discovered through our travels, someone has been sabotaging the station. Droid's gone mad, murder bots everywhere. Let's see if we can find a way off that administration level. And more bad guys. That was easy. And here's of course our ship, the Ebon Hawk, one we flew in on. Horse you rode in on, as they say. I don't know who first said that or why. Never actually ridden a horse myself. But I guess the saying fits. And of course we can see this blue line up here on the map since we downloaded the area schematics. Go ahead and kill these guys real quick, and footlocker, which means we'll be transitioning to a new area. Security failure, try it again, roll the dice, it worked that time. I don't think I've ever had a dice roll fail more than 2 times, maybe. It's pretty uncommon, I think, in my experience. Statistically, you could probably figure out just how exactly uncommon it actually is. Okay, we're down in the fuel depot, I believe. You can tell with the map being uncovered some that this is where we were previously when we found the explosives used to open that locked door. And containment field, impossible. Blocks access to the fuel lines below. There seems to be no way around it. If we go this way, we can see 3 containment fields lined up with some droids, some doors. Looks like a floating mine or a remote and/or repair bot over there. But with 3 containment fields in between, it's unlikely that we'll be able to actually make our way over there from this walkway. Fortunately, here is a computer terminal, or rather a fuel control station. Remote cameras, fuel line sensors. So this is the inside of the fuel line. We can see someone placed a mine. Deposits fuel in the docked starships. There are no ships currently docked at Progress facility. It is sealed. There appears to be some sort of metal case lying inside the fuel pipe, but you can't make it out. There's also appear to be an explosive in the fuel line. This is where we are, the maintenance level, or that is where we were with the dead maintainer in the sonic mines. Entrance to droid maintenance area. Sealed by emergency lockdown. However, new programming has been introduced to keep it from opening even if the lockdown is cancelled. Strange. No way to shut down the field you can see from this terminal. This means anyone inside the facility is effectively cut off from the hangar bay. Seems bad. Main console functions. System log. Within the past day, a series of explosions within the Progress mining facility has enacted an emergency lockdown. Someone has sliced into the fuel depot computers and created a phantom fuel leak, sealing off the force field to contain the quote-unquote blast. It looks as if someone has been using the lockdown to systematically isolate sections of the facility. So this is a different form of some of the logs on the computer. Some of them are hollow recordings, others are just these little text adventures. So even more, more evidence alluding to the fact that someone is sabotaging this facility. Someone who knows a great deal about computers, since they were able to basically simulate a fuel leak, causing the system to react appropriately and seal up various sections. Let's see, emergency system schematics status deactivated. I don't know what that means, or if we just download. I don't think we downloaded the map, but I'm open emergency hatch on progress administration level. So this is where the player character was, and this is where we were trying to get access to. Done. Return to main console functions. We asked all those already, so we'll get in. Cutscene. Those beeps sound alarmed. Oh my gosh! T3 and 4. They did appear to be an ion blast of some caliber.
So is that stupid droid of yours gonna come through or not?
Give him a little more time.
I was a little better off on my... Hey, what do you know? A little cargo cylinder came through.
It looks like it, but it's strange he didn't contact us on the comm.
We should have a clear run to the hangar.
The turbo lifts are locked down manually, so I had him open the emergency hatch. Same thing, but this is a more aggressive option.
Wait. Don't tell me you're taking that hatch down into the mining tunnels. Are you? That explosion I heard came from below. There's probably nothing down there except superheated rock and collapsed blast tunnels. You'd be an idiot to go down there.
Maybe, but it's the only way out, and it's better I risk my life than yours. A Jedi's life is sacrificed, besides someone's got to save our skins. If it's dangerous in this tunnel to you, then you're the one going, not me.
You're either really brave or really crazy. Or both. Alright, I'll try to monitor things from up here. And be careful. The only thing moving down there is likely to be mining droids, so don't be playing hero too hard. Not that I care what happens to you or anything. I just don't want to be trying to get off this rock by myself. I'll keep the comm link open. I may be able to guide you through the tunnels from up here. Don't know if the signal will hold if you get too deep, though.
You received a comm link. Party members or other members may use it to contact you to help provide you information. So that'll allow us to talk to anyone that we're not force bonded with, which is most everyone. In fact, it's the entire galaxy except for one person. So it's kind of handy. But if you go to the map, just when I played through this, I got lost a lot. Granted, this isn't very big, but I was also pretty young and not that bright. So this is the emergency hatch that the droid opened, as opposed to a turbo lift or emergency exit. There's like a turbo lift over here or something. Different names for different doors. You go different places. And this door is now open. And as you can see, blue line, mining tunnels. Supposedly this is where a lot of some of the explosions happen, so we're anticipating a hostile environment. Barely, there's a lot of static.
There's a lot of interference down there, probably caused by that explosion. Still, it looks like there's a route down to the Progress fuel depot. If the passages haven't collapsed, that explosion knocked out most of the sensors. There should be an emergency crate in the next room. Watch yourself. There's a lot of droid broadcasts in that area, but I can't pin them down.
I'll be careful then. If you detect anything, let me know.
Be careful down there.
We're just role-playing the static at this point. Plasteel cylinder. So you got some clothes, some healing, headgear, wrist gear, and a belt. All your basic equipment needs.
About time. The whole half-naked Jedi thing was wearing a little thin. But there may be some survey gear and a safety harness inside the crate, too. The miners wear them when staking claims on the asteroids. The survey gear is designed to spot and protect you against sonic mines. And the safety harness can be helpful if you try to disarm them.
There are some kind of mining energy shields in this crate as well.
Yeah, it's like a military energy shield, except it's designed to protect the miners against lasers and heat. Should work against the droid mine lasers. It won't last forever. Certainly not against multiple laser hits. But it may buy you some time if you get ambushed by a battalion of droids. Just a quick one on your wrist, and then you can activate it like a med pack. Again, it won't last forever, so make it count. Just one more thing. I've narrowed down some of the ID signals, and it's the the numbers are right, you're sharing our tunnels with a battalion of mining droids. Well, these aren't construction bombs. They shoot like a moisture farmer militia. Since they rely on ranged weapons, getting close with a melee weapon starts dashing. In close combat, the guy with the vibro blade has an edge over the guy with the rifle, droid or not. Otherwise, just drill them from a distance. But they're not shielded, that is.
Cool, they can be shielded too. We're not going to sneak by them.
There's gotta be some central control.
Anything else?
See if you can find a terminal by the main access shaft. That'd be government intelligence.
Got it. Let's grab this. Components and parts are useful. And we'll go ahead and start equipping our new gear. Defense bonus 1. Standard uniform worn by miners at Paragus provides minimal protection but can be upgraded with underlays. Mining shield. These can be equipped on either, so it doesn't matter which one. We can equip that. This will allow you to have two shields equipped. It could be, an energy shield and a melee shield. Two of the same, two different ones. There's some gear that you can wear on your wrists that might give a passive bonus. Survey gear, resistance 5 against sonic, and +1 awareness. When surveying new asteroid claims, its headgear is designed to help identify both pockets of Paragian gas and any placed thermal charges in the area. Small sonic generation receiving gear within the helmet is designed to absorb any high decimal emissions from sonic charges and sonic grenades. So obviously thermal charges, sonic grenades, sonic charges, those are the things we're worried about, not so much staking out claims for intergalactic industrial grade fuel. Safety harness, stealth field generator, so we're not stealthy at all, so we'll go with the safety harness, which will give us a +1 to demolitions. This will hopefully help us retrieve any mines as opposed to just deactivating them or having to blast them away as stun droid. And as you may have noticed, Aerotech SD belt, the reflex package, those were picked up by T3 and 4. The equipment is a shared pool between all party members, even if geographically you are separated, which is kind of handy. So now we are all decked out as a miner. Lots of futuristic zippers and pockets and stuff. If you're a female playing through, and does have a little bit of different dialogue, it's a little more humorous. But yeah. So here's our mines.
Watch where you step. I'm picking up a lot of sonic mines down there. Don't run unless you have to. Makes them harder to spot. If you have any skill with demolition, you might be able to recover them and use them against the droids. That is, if the mines don't get you first. If you have survey gear or safety harness, put them on. They'll make spotting and disarming sonic charges a little easier. Those mining droids, especially the excavator models, are designed to arm and set sonic charges for mining. Chances are they still had charges after they went rogue, and they may have set them to try and kill the miners. And you, if you see one of those excavators, watch out. They may use their undeployed charges as projectiles.
Understood. Dexter out. I do like the little detail that since we are in a facility carved inside a skill too low, I am unable to recover these mines. Hopefully I can disable them. Otherwise I could use my force power. Bam. Prefer to disable rather than just blast them away. One, don't want to expend your force points for any potential combat, and then two, I believe you get experience for disabling as opposed to just destroying. I know you do get experience for disabling them, but I don't believe you get any for just blasting them away. Damaged mining droid. Can reactivate. We have 10 repair parts, so why not? So this will allow us to gain a short-term companion. That they don't count as a party member. It won't continue with us beyond, but this is kind of like an automated unit you can just set and it'll start moving around and fighting things if you have the parts and the skills necessary. So we could optimize the weaponry and targeting systems. This will just help it do more damage to enemy units around, and then we'd have to engage in repair or patrol. So we have 9, so we can do... Why don't we just engage it in patrol mode? And it'll just fight until it dies, or there are no enemies left in the area. It can't follow you to other areas of the map, but any enemies it kills, that experience will go to you. So we can help it. Alright, it seems to be holding its own. They're not combat models, so just give them a break. Nice, 100 more experience. That means 480 more experience to the next level. Just want to double check. Alright, so that's the door we came in. Those are 2 tunnels we looted. This is the way forward. Cool, got it. Good job, damage mining droid. You honestly way exceeded my expectations by about 400%. So that was an environmental underlay, which if we ever find a workbench means we can probably equip that to our uniform to gain some sort of passive bonus. Damage mining droid, sorry. You can see just kind of hanging around. Basically, I mean, the AI in this game isn't the best. So the fact, maybe it wasn't ever programmed to pathfind its way in here, maybe it just doesn't do it, but the fact of the matter is, it killed like 5 droids. I'm pretty impressed. Alright, so this droid right here is a maintenance droid that will basically repair the others unless you kill it first. So we'll try to nuke it down. You throw a sonic detonator at it, and then bam. Those things also explode, so if you're in melee range, it will do a little bit of damage. Since we have exhausted our force points, ooh, we leveled up. A good thing about, thing to understand about leveling up, I believe it worked the same way in the first Knights of the Republic. But you can level up at any time once this is here, in combat, out of combat, or on your ship. And then when you do, it'll actually heal up your vitality points. So if you're in the middle of a tough fight and you level up, you can kind of use that to your advantage just from like a healing stance. Okay, so we're now level 3. We get to level everything up except attributes, because that is every 4th level. So skills will up our persuade, treat injury just to keep everything in line, and then repair, because I think this has the most practical benefit of our class skills. Feats. For me, I like to go with the combat ones first, since those are the ones I typically use the most often. However, we won't be able to get that to level 4. See, and then some of them you gain automatically, like unarmed specialist, as part of your being a Jedi. And as you level up, you'll just automatically pick some of these up. I think I will try to rock a two-handed weapon class. So normally I would go with dueling, because I like to go with just single hilt lightsaber, nothing in the offhand. But this game I think we'll try the two-handed strats. Jags, get down. Sorry, cat jumped on my laptop. Let's see, toughness, extra vitality point, that could be good. Repair security computer, since we don't have security or computer use, so we could go with 2-weapon fighting. I think I'll wait on this since we don't have a second weapon yet. Caution, demolitions and stealth. This one could be good as well, since we have, I'll go ahead and add empathy. Since we have all 3 of these as class skills. Get that, get a little bonus to all 3 of those. And then this is where we get, well, it's our second force power one, right? Got it. Alright. So speed is good. Talked about that last time. Energy defense. Force push. And as you can see, because we're a consular, we get 2 force power. So we'll go ahead and get this since it's a decent universal offensive power. And then we'll go with, let's see, Revitalize is really good. That allows you to, any companions that get knocked down, you can bring them back. And we'll go ahead and get energy resistance, so why not? This will help boost our shielding against these droids that use, primarily, you know, a lot of ranged laser attacks. Alright, so dead body, money, chemicals, more money, and another mining shield. Let's go ahead and see if there's anything. Got an advanced mining laser that's basically your basic blaster rifle. Not as good as a normal blasting rifle, but for starting area, that's good. Alright, nothing there. Nothing there. Saw that guy already. And then Atten.
Hey, watch out. That explosion is super heated tunnel ahead. That steam will cook the skin off your bones. If you can find a mining energy shield, switch it on. It should protect you against the heat if you move quickly enough.
Understood. So we'll go ahead and activate, because this is a environmental damage area. I don't really remember seeing these in the other areas of the game, so I'm not really sure why it's here other than just to put a environmental hazard. But we'll go ahead and activate our shield and start running. So passively, it's starting to wear down the shield a little bit. I'm going to not engage in combat. I'm going to hit space, run out just to make sure, because you can see we took 2 hits of damage there because the shield ran out. So now that we're out of that, I'll select our enemy. Now you can see we have multiple force powers, and then down here is our defensive force powers. So we'll hit stun droid, and then activate energy resistance, which will give us a bit of a force shielding, and then go to town. That did completely drain our force points, however. But it is doing some good, protected us from damage. I think you get, I'd have to look to see how much time, how the duration of the energy shield. So we'll just go ahead and disable these mines, see if there's any loot, let our force powers regenerate before we tackle the next group of enemies. These are general strengths, battle simulates. This is, of course, your med packs. These are boosts to your characters that you can apply. We can actually see what they do in. So general strength, boost your strength by 4 for 2 minutes. Battle simulate, 8 max vitality, attack damage 2 minutes. And then med packs, 10 vitality plus wisdom modifier plus user skill and treat injury, and that same for repair kits except their intelligence and repair. Okay. Figure we got enough force points back. We'll go ahead and just engage these guys. No, stop healing him. See if we can blast this guy with the stun. Alright, so it worked, I think. No, it did not. See if we can. Having a hard time killing that guy because these other guys are in the way. Then I'll probably try to heal. Yep. So why don't we'll run away. Run away! See if we can get him to follow us. And then sneak around for a flank and hit this this Joker back here. So there, he did explode, didn't hurt us too much, and now we can take care of these other Jokers without having it healing them up all the time. And then bam, you're toast. Click. Thank you. If you do click on something from a distance, your character will should run over to it and investigate. And we get to a dramatic reveal.
I think it's the main ventilation shaft. If so, the central droid controller should be somewhere nearby. Keep an eye out for it. I'm picking up a lot of droids. If you still have a mining energy shield, I'd quit and switch it on.
Not just mining droids down here, there are sensor balls too.
Must be maintenance troubles. Watch out. Those little pets will try to recruit the mining droids if you don't gun them down first. Still, it's odd they're still active after the explosion. They don't have the same shielding as the mining droids. Be careful of those droids. I don't like this.
Dexter out. So he's watching us. I don't see him now. So he's been successfully stunned. So it doesn't make that same noise every time. However, sometimes the enemies can, if they roll a saving throw, then it will usually do a little bit of damage, maybe, sometimes not, but then they won't actually get the stun effect. And any remains for me? Doesn't look like it. So I believe this is supposed to be the main fuel kind of control station, with these central columns here being the actual fuel itself, or some sort of energy, and then the purple things are the shielding, is supposed to keep everything contained. Though as you can see, we came in here, this was blocked, so we went around, and now the only way out is going to be through here, which means we're going to have to shut down these containment fields, behind which are numerous hostile droids. See if we can crack into this. Yes, that's why I put a point in security, even though it's not a classic. Alright. So if you didn't have the security skill, but maybe you had a computer, or if you didn't even have computer, because I don't think we don't, but we have enough spikes, you could have just unlocked that cylinder from the console. But you won't have enough spikes, but it's unlocked anyway. So let's look at the cameras first. That's where we came in. No, that's where we're going. That's where we came in. It's kind of look the same there. Alright, holo record camera.
Everybody here? What's up, Corda? We're supposed to be sinking fuel siphons into the 3218 asteroid shelf right now.
Forget the siphons. You know that survivor they pulled from the freighter? One of the miners said they served with him on Malachor 5.
Malachor 5?
So he's one of the survivors. Or worse, a Mandalorian. So what? Not a survivor, idiot. He's one of the Jedi from Malachor 5.
If he's one of the Jedi, hell, we can't have him walking around here. I don't know what he'll do.
I thought all the Jedi were wiped out in the Civil War, weren't they? Guess they missed one. But it gets better. That bounty on Yarshad is still mine.
You want to sell the Jedi to the exchange? Corda, you've been chewing spice.
Look, you know how big that bounty is? That Jedi's
our ticket off this rock. Gorda, there's no way the officers will go for that. They'll lock us up for sure. Then we'll improvise.
Some sneaky, shady stuff going on. Someone took her To delete the record of the camera being placed, it's not listed on any of the work records. Interesting. That conversation also, they dropped another name that'll be important later, but Malachor 5. Not really sure what it is. It sounds like it was some sort of battle, or a battle took place there. He said there was a survivor, or worse, a Mandalorian. Survivor, you can imply, would being on the Republic side. But not only that, he was a Jedi. So these are the guys. Sounds like they're stirring up trouble trying to sell our character to the exchange for the bounty. Camera functions. Okay, we just did that. Let's see. Droid command. Add other droids to droid mining protocols. Cancel droid mining protocols on organics. Reassign to mine sealed doors. So we don't have 2 spikes, so we can't do any of these. But this would make the droids attack each other. This would just cause them to non-aggro on us. And then this would be open some, like 1 or 2 sealed doors with some loot behind it. Otherwise, we probably can't get. We can't do either of these unless we pick up a spike somewhere. Judging from the droid schematic displays, the droids rely on thermal sensors to detect fuel deposits. You could easily blind them by raising the temperature. Okay, we can do that. This will, again, cause them to lose aggro on us, since they will be unable to see us. Fortunately, we did not program to target each other. Not what I meant to do. Alright, so we were able to... The droids will not aggro on us. They're still hostile in the sense that they are enemies, they just can't see us, so... Go ahead and farm these guys up for some experience, because why not? They'll stop moving around. Oh my gosh. There we go. Remains. Sonic grenade. Useful. I do like the little touch that since we are in a asteroid comprised almost entirely of industrial grade fuel, that all the explosives you see around here are the sonic variety, as opposed to the explosive variety, which could just destroy the entire facility, almost destroy the planet.
Picking up some strange reading. What are you doing down there? The containment fields in the mining tunnels are shutting down. You need to get out of there before they vent fuel to the surface of the asteroid through their tunnels. I may be able to keep it contained until you get the turbo lift to the fuel depot, but not for much longer. I'm locking down the turbo lift to the administration section now to keep the blast from spreading. If you've got anything left to do down there, make it quick, because where you are is going to get real hot, real soon.
Essentially what that means is we're not on a timer or anything. We can spend as much time down here as we need to. However, we will not be able to backtrack currently. So the door we came down, like up until that point, we could have turned around and went back to the administration level. We could have gone to the Colto tank to heal if we really needed to. But now, since he closed that door, we will be unable to. You know, once we move on to the next section, we will not be able to backtrack there either. We'll do some more poking around, disable some more mines. I believe that door back there was one that you could have the droids quote-unquote mine open if you had no security whatsoever, where you were unable to open the door yourself. And a corpse. Heavy mining laser, cardio-regulatory, basic I-9 edge. This will allow us to, that's an upgrade or a component we can add to our melee weapon if we find a workbench. Not all melee weapons can be upgraded. Not all upgrades can go to all melee weapons, I think, but you can upgrade, you know, your hilt, the blade. There's like 3 sections, I think. Same with the lightsabers as well. Different crystals, power sources. colors as well. Because why not? Let's go ahead and continue to farm these guys up for a little experience. Going back to that video we just saw, the holo recording, it does... The conversation systems in these BioWare type games I generally enjoy. Although they are, as you probably, if you've ever played a Mass Effect game, especially Mass Effect 1, still a little bit in the uncanny valley. You know, this game is old enough, and the first Knights of the Republic were probably old enough to avoid the uncanny valley, if only because it was way before it. You know, it's like it, obviously these guys don't look like real human beings, or they don't look like they're trying to be necessarily. They look like a early 2000s video game. But you notice, you may notice as we play on, you kind of get the same action. You know, like they do the same similar poses. Like he's like, oh, I don't know if we should be talking about this, and they kind of do that same look to the right, pan around to the left, and then back. Door went open, but we were already on that side. You know, shaking the fist, holding the hand up, twisting the wrist a little bit. I really don't remember if that was considered really like groundbreaking back in its day. We've already been down here, of course. Did we go to this side? I don't remember. But I do kind of prefer this almost, just because it doesn't seem like it's trying as hard as like Mass Effect did. Because Mass Effect, you had those moments where it tried to be really cinematic, and at times it could pull it off. And I always appreciated the work they put into it. Like, it was fun doing those, watching those conversations. But then you'd also get those moments where a character tries to do something cinematically dramatic, you know, like point at the other person or clench their fist. There's a moment in the first Mass Effect towards the beginning where I think it's Ambassador Udina, the human ambassador, he's like, we finally got the evidence and we can put him away for good, and an explosion killed that droid. You know, clenches his fist really dramatic, and the camera zooms up so you can see his fist in front of his face. And in a movie, that's kind of where you would see it. They're like, you know, we got a moment, and then the camera will cut to another angle, another, you know, that's the end of the scene or the conversation or whatever. But in those games, it's like almost like you're watching a play where someone walks up. It's like you take a step forward, make dramatic movement, and then you gotta like walk back to where you were. It's almost like they're looking for their little duct tape line on the ground where they need to stand. Sparking Cellar means it's impossible, so we'll try to use a mine to blow it open. And I don't have a high enough demolition skill to blow it open, so we will not be able to open that. Yeah, but so the conversations in this game definitely a lot more stiff and a little bit more awkward than the later Mass Effect games. Well, it's enemy spotted, you don't say. But I do think they kind of went into that, at least where they are now, and maybe there's probably games that do it better that I just haven't played, but BioWare's known for the long conversations, the conversation wheel, the dramatic, the cinematics of it, which is all great. It's all entertaining. I love it. But there's just a little bit, some sort of charm about this game, just because now it feels so old, relatively. I just enjoy it. Like maybe a little bit more dramatic explosion and a Shatner roll gets us out of the fuel depot and then over somewhere new, perhaps. Dead guy with a mottled face. He must be important. No, it's the fiery demon robot from the Ebonhawk.
How may I be of assistance?
See you alive, Master. So he's seen us before. Thanks for his master. At least that's what he's telling us. How do you know me? I'm not your master.
Answer. I am a survivor of the Harbinger, just as you were, Master. With the unexpected termination of my previous master, you are the only organic which I may now serve. Answer. The captain of the Harbinger, Master. I was in transit to Telos to facilitate communications and terminate hostilities. However, we did not arrive at our intended destination.
So he was aboard the Harbinger serving that captain. They were in transit to Telos. We were also on the Harbinger. So you could probably assume that we were also on our way to Telos. We don't know why. We don't really know what Telos is at this point. It's not Terrace. Terrace was the first planet from Knights of the Republic 1 that was destroyed by Malik at the end of that sequence. This is a different planet.
Irritated answer. Oh, Master, it is such a long, dull story, and not terribly relevant to our current situation.
Okay, first off, don't ever question me. Just answer my questions. And this episode is running a little long, so I'm going to go ahead and cut it here. When we pick up, we'll continue our conversation. I apologize for stopping this episode mid-conversation, but this is a long conversation. Lots of exposition. So we'll pick up next time. We'll find out what this droid knows, or at least what he's willing to tell us, where we are, who that dead guy is with the rendered face, and how we're going to get off this asteroid. So thanks for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.